which is everyone. So don't think just because you don't have a position, a leadership position or a management position, you're not a leader. You're still a leader on your team. Communication is the key to success. I will say it all the time. Communication is the key to success. It's the key to success.
Thank you.
What's good, YouTube? My name is DefineSEBY, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Leadership 101 and behaviors that you can apply to become a leader in your own way. What is good, Okay, first things first. In order to be a leader, you must first learn how to follow.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They always say, don't lead, don't follow. The idea of following is that you are enabling others to lead and showing that respect to other people that, put themselves out there and showing a leadership mindset. You are being an example to other people. When you are leading, you're providing respect to someone else that is leading. You'll get that respect back from other people. Anything that you are in charge of, that you are that person that go reference. On any team, there is probably a designated leader, but each and every team member is a leader if you all can work together effectively. Number 2 on the agenda we have today, lead by example. One must always lead by example when you're trying to lead a team. If you have your team and you are that person that's in charge of them and they can't see you putting that effort that you are requiring or expecting of them, they're not going to see why they should provide that. They're not going to be enabled or empowered to give that same level of dedication, that same level of purpose, if they can't see it in their leader. And if there's certain rules that obviously are exempt from your position, if you are not trying to enable them in front of your team, they're not going to enforce that either. And I feel like that's super important for any leader out there. If you are struggling with your team and you're having a hard time trying to fix that, probably be an example. Give them an example of how you can conduct yourself. Don't expect anything that you wouldn't do yourself, or don't delegate a job or a task that you wouldn't do yourself. I think that's super important to always consider when leading a team, because you don't want to come off as a dictator. Don't ever want to give off an abusive type of power. Another really, really big aspect is living with integrity. So integrity basically means how you behave or how you conduct yourself when no one is watching. When there's no repercussions to your immediate actions, how are you living? Is it synonymous with the image that you put out there? Not only for the image of the role that you currently have as a leader, if your image is also matching your behavior, that is something that people will see. And if it's not, people will see that too. They will definitely drag you for, fraud, being a fake, a con. Like, No one loves that. So just really putting your authentic self out there is really important. I feel like some people will try to put on an image, like a leadership image, but I feel like the best thing you can do is be authentic and transparent with your position and how you would like to grow as a leader. And allow your team to know that too. Like, you can let them know your downfall. There's a certain instruction that you are doing that confuses them. Let them communicate that to you. Make sure you are have an available ear. You're always listening. You're always vigilant about your behavior and how it's impacting your team. Communication is the key to success. I will say it all the time. Communication is the key to success. It's the key to success. So we always need to put our best foot forward and make sure we are communicating that not only with our mouth, with our behavior, but also with our image. Number 4, do things out of service first, and then everything will fall into place. Hold true to that so much. It was really hard at first when I was first delving into my craft as a leader to not expect some type of congratulation. And I believe that words of affirmation are very important. It could be someone's very own love language. But if that is a dictator of how you behave, then we have some self-evaluations to do. If you do everything by service first, whether that be, if you're a photographer and you're doing it from the service of photography, like you love photography, you're giving your best foot forward, it will show. It will show. I feel like the only downfall with doing things out of service first is that there's no assurance, there's no guarantee that it will come back to you. Like, technically there's no guarantee, but if your mindset is like everything is a learning experience and you will gain from every experience that you go through, then you won. You're the real winner. So if you do things out of service first, it will not only show your integrity, it will not only show that you are an effective leader and that you are very loyal to your word and to your craft, it will begin to reflect like things on your resume or certain characteristics that you probably don't document, but people definitely can put to your name, to your face. Oh, this individual, yeah, we definitely need them on our team. They're the best leader you can have on your team because they are a team player and they are very loyal. They live with integrity, lead by example. All these things are really important when it comes to leadership. It really brings out the authenticity in yourself and in your leadership behavior. Remember that your effort is never unnoticed. It may seem like you are not getting a lot of recognition, but don't think that your service is not noticed. Someone is always watching, okay? And it may not be the person you expect. It may not be the person you expect that's watching, but they may be a very important person. May not, but your impact is very important, and we'll get into that later on in the video. Number 5 is something that I believe a lot of people struggle with, and it's actually, it sounds very simple, easier said than done, and that is to be your number 1 fan. I speak this from a leadership perspective, like with a technical title perspective, only because like when you are like a manager or someone that's over a crew, requirements of the position become expected versus like when you were an employee and you were doing the most, and they're like, oh my gosh, you would definitely be an amazing manager, an amazing coordinator. Then you get promoted. Those tasks that you did when you were an employee that was above and beyond become like level with the title that you have. So then you gotta be harder. That's where I come in with being your number 1 fan. You always have to remind yourself, oh, it was my work ethic that got me here, and I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep on contributing to this title, to this role that I have as a leader, to be my number 1 fan and allow myself to know I'm always putting my best foot forward. I'm always doing the best that I can. I'm always enabling others to do the best they can, to give their 100% and setting them up for success. Give yourself credit for putting the work in. You're there for a reason, you're there for a purpose, and it may not make sense now in your story, or maybe what you're doing is not your overall desire, but trust me, they are building blocks to becoming successful. Another aspect of being your number 1 fan, and you already heard it before, I'm gonna say it again, I'll say it in the future, you have to take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, you are not being an effective leader. You're not your number one fan. I heard Meghan Trainor say, when you look at yourself and you're like, I don't like this about myself, or I don't like this about myself, would you say that about your best friend?
No. Well.
And some people would. I'm not gonna lie, some people would. But out of love, I always want to stress, numbers do not equate your worth. So that comes with GPAs. That doesn't equate your worth. That doesn't equate your intelligence. About your paychecks, that doesn't equate the amount of work you put in. Don't match your productivity with a number. Like, give your 110% all the time, and I promise that will come through. The last thing that I have on the agenda is owning your impact. I would like to give credit to my darling friend, Gabby. I met her at FAU, and we took on a leadership organization called the Elite Owls there, and it was such an amazing experience going through that with her. I'll put up a little video of us finding out that we are Elite Owls together. I'll add that in here. Currently, me and Gabby are checking to see if we're up on the Elite Owls page.
Oh, it's loading.
Oh, let's see. No, we don't see. Oh, this guy. Oh! Gabby really owl. She was always saying hashtag own your impact. Own your impact. And we actually facilitated a workshop called the $100 Race, in which it was allowing you to see your privilege and how are you using your privilege for the betterment of everyone else. Are you simply seeing that you deserved everything that you acquired up until this point in your life? Or are you humble about what you have, the blessings that you have, and you're utilizing that to bless others? Basically, those are the 6 things I think every leader should apply. I wouldn't say this makes you a perfect leader, but if you begin to apply these aspects, that's definitely things that helped me become the leader that I am today. I believe in being a leader more than a lot of other aspects in my life. That is all I had to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Comment below. What are some of your leadership experiences? How are you enabling other people to be successful? Because I can definitely learn from that too. Like, I'm still learning with this manager position. I would love some insight from more experienced people that are just getting into it, or people that are working themselves towards it. Just let me know. Peace, love, and positivity, my friends. Be great. See you later. Bye. So annoying. Okay, story of my life. All right, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. This is a test video to see if you can hear my computer making this noise in the background. Okay, nose looks good. Here. Okay. The glare in my glasses. Duh.